Oh, and look, we're about to go to break, but there he is, Carpe Donktum. We have to not give you his name or they'll come after him. Let's punch him up. There he is, and he knows the evil meme maker that did this. So he's popping in, and then Zach and David and Johnny and Peter and John and Christian, Reagan and Bob and Jefferson and CRP. We're going to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, on the other side of this break after we talk to Carpe Donktum. And then we're going to move back the Bob Barr, Bill Barr video to a little bit later in the hour, next hour, and then James O'Keefe is going to be joining us. Please don't forget, we're running the Everything Must Go special. We're selling out of the inventory of our best-selling items, of our moderate items, of items that are all excellent that I've never really promoted. A lot of these supplements we get in, I'm so busy I never promote the launch of them. But there's a lot of great items you should check out, like X2 and X3, 60 to 70% off. Body's Ultimate Turmeric Formula, so amazing for inflammation, your body, your health. It's 50% off. Ultra 12, 50% off the best B12 you can find anywhere. Under the tongue, amazing. You want energy, stamina, focus. Secret 12 was amazing, but when you changed the formula, we upgraded it, made it even twice as strong, the same B12. It's now Ultra 12, 50% off. The toothpaste, 50% off. It's all there. InfoWarsStore.com, 40 to 70% off, free shipping, double Patriot points. And that's how we fund this operation. We're back in just a few minutes with Carpe Donktum, banned off of Twitter, suspended, not because he was working with, folks that have been implicated in this evil meme. No, but because he shared the Project Veritas video. We'll be right back. Stay with us. He was covering the conference. Is Carpe Donktum. Carpe Donktum separately has been banned or suspended. James O'Keefe just tweeted, breaking at Carpe Donktum's account has been suspended. I spoke with Logan Cook, who I shared an exclusive clip of CNN with, and his account was suspended immediately upon posting one of the clips where Christian Sierra of CNN discussed coverage of shootings. So joining us is Carpe Donktum. Carpe Donktum, what do you want to tackle first? The big top story of the evil memes, and it's an old meme being connected to Trump, or your suspension?
I guess we could start with where you started. The meme in question was an old one. Oh, hold on, sorry. Hey, can you go back over there? I got all my kids with me here.
Hey, that's awesome. This is just keep them there. It's great.
Yeah. Say hi to Alex.
Hi, Alex.
How are you doing? Your daddy is a great man. The powerful Jedi.
All right, so first things, the video was screened, and the screened is not even the right word. The video was playing in sort of a back room we called the Hall of Memes. It was just an exhibit that just had a bunch of different memes, random assortment of things playing. It was up for 3 or 4 hours during the whole conference, and not that many people were really involved in watching it. It was kind of hidden in the back there. So that's it. The description of a screening or anything like that is complete BS. But it was not endorsed by anybody. It was just a collection of memes. And then as far as the Twitter banning, I got a email saying that it was for copyright infringement, which, just to preface that, I have complied with every single DMCA takedown I've ever gotten. I have never reposted a video after it's been taken down because that's a violation of the takedown order. I'm very careful about making sure to stick within the rules that are presented by Twitter, and that should not be happening.
Well, we know that for a while, Veritas couldn't even upload to YouTube. We know they're blocking it from being the #1 term. They're really, really scared of this bombshell that has come out from Project Veritas. We've got James O'Keefe joining us next hour. But getting back to this meme, tell folks who created it, what it gets into. Because a lot of our audience is radio. They can't see it. It's top linked up on drudgereport.com. It's obviously linked to the article that you helped us put together with a statement that's up on Infowars.com. But this is not a campaign video, as the media is saying.
No, it's not. It's not a campaign video at all. It's done by the Geeks team. It was done over a year ago. I had no involvement in the creation of it, and it's a meme that, first of all, it starts out by I believe it was one of the Fondas coming over and saying that he's going to put Trump's kids in jail and put them in
Barron in a cage with child molesters. One of his fantasies.
Right, exactly. And then the rest of it is just Trump defending himself. Now, I mean, there's a bunch of violence and stuff like that in there, but the original context was it was a church full of Christians that were getting shot. So nobody seemed to have a problem with that. But
exactly, Hollywood putting out a church full of Christians being killed. But that's okay. But now that somebody sticks Trump's head on it, now it's evil. But meanwhile, the left is all calling for violence. What about Shakespeare in the Park? The New York Times promoted and said was okay, showing Trump being stabbed to death.
Right. I believe their headline was something about like how the right or how outrage, or how this play got caught up in right wing outrage because it was clearly something that was okay to put out there, but it was just all these mad Republicans that just couldn't handle all the fun of Trump getting stabbed by his cabinet.
Meanwhile, they were trying to get the cabinet to remove him with the 22nd Amendment. It turns out at that very time.
Right, exactly. I mean, they were doing everything they could to try to get him removed for his mental impairment, I believe.
Yeah, there's the article, how outrage built over Shakespeare's depiction of Trump. Yeah, where they kill him in a pool of blood. Takes 5 minutes for them to stab him to death. That's real people on a stage in New York simulating the murder of the president. This is a meme off something Hollywood already made. It's just incredible. And of course, as you point out in the article, a month ago, or just a week ago, the New York Times was saying, time to ban memes.
Right. Yeah. Well, and they've been trying to do it in Europe for the last year or two. I get these DMCA takedowns, and there's no system with YouTube. If you have DMCA takedowns, they give you a certain amount of strikes. On Twitter, they just say, "Hey, you got a takedown. Don't worry about it." And then, like today, apparently they just decided that after I posted, literally within 5 minutes of posting that scoop from James, they decided to pull me down for a copyright strike.
And if that isn't election meddling, what is? And of course, you have millions of followers. The president retweets you. They're scared to death that President Trump's going to retweet the Project Veritas scoops. Has Trump retweeted the Project Veritas scoops yet? We should check that.
As far as I know, no, not yet. The last thing he posted was an hour ago, I believe.
Wow. So, yeah, they've got the president so isolated that if this doesn't get to Don Jr., Drudge is linked to the announcement. But quite frankly, that's pretty much how Trump gets news, is the Drudge Report.
I'm sure he's aware of it now. I'm sure that, James's tweet yesterday was over 10,000 retweets. His tweet today of the actual video was crazy. I mean, it was 4,000 within 5 minutes of him posting it.
Yeah, they put a press release out saying 100,000 of one tweet. I want to finish up on where you think this is all going. I know you got to get back to your day job, which is running memeworld.com and taking care of those two great young boys. And look, are you really a Millennium Falcon pilot? I even know what's under there. That's a Millennium Falcon Target shirt, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I'm going to do a ton of your calls here in just a few minutes when Carpe Donktum leaves us. In 30 minutes in the next hour, James O'Keefe joins us. He was going to be on in the second hour, but had a bunch of technical problems everybody's seen. That was not a stunt. YouTube's been blocking him uploading, but we've still gotten some of those videos out. This is just crazy. Carpe Donktum has been working closely with James O'Keefe. The globalists know that, obviously. I wasn't going to say that on air. So they've got his Twitter blocked right now. I'm sure many other people have been blocked, so this doesn't go viral. We'll finish up with him and then go to your phone calls. But we also have coming up, over the weekend, of course, Bill Maher came out and said that Joe Biden's a diminishing stock. Well, I said that 4 months ago and got totally banned off Facebook. They said it was fake news. Said he can't even talk. Well, now we've got Bloomberg and others waiting in the wings. That's being announced. That's coming up. Carpe Donktum. What would you call this period of history? What do you think's coming next? Because Trump, I really like Trump. I support Trump. He's done a lot of good. But the fact that he didn't stand up against web censorship, the fact that over the weekend they got rid of a Trump is your president, 3.5 million people. There was a pro-Border Patrol group that just supports ICE, 3 million plus. That got deleted off Facebook. I mean, Trump is presiding over allowing this to happen. And I think that's why I haven't talked to Matt Drudge. I think that's why Matt Drudge is, just hot and cold here, showing how much trouble Trump is in, that Trump's overconfident. And you kind of got Drudge over there that helped get Trump elected. Obviously, you look at Drudge, he's pissed at Trump. What do you think's going on here?
Well, so I've got some breaking news here, Alex. I am back on Twitter. That was faster. That was the fastest suspension revoking I've ever seen. That was faster than when Jack Dorsey got his Twitter hacked.
And you know why that happened? They know you talk to Trump all the time. Let's just be honest about it. You've been to the White House multiple times. Trump really likes you. And so they know that if they ban you, it might actually make Trump actually do something.
I would agree with that synopsis. I'm back on Twitter. I've got my first tweet back is just a question mark, and so we're live. But where is this going? I mean, it's going the same place it's always been going. They want us all censored. They want us all removed from social media, so they have their little echo chamber that they can keep filling up with lies. But I think that this suspension has something to do with Veritas. I mean, literally 5 minutes before I was suspended, I tweeted out a video that James sent me, a scoop that nobody else had, that was about CNN saying they don't care about shootings unless it happens in a neighborhood, that they don't care about gang shootings unless it happens in an affluent neighborhood. Unless it happens on, this is a quote, unless it happens on Cory Booker's block, they don't care about Chicago shootings. So, this is all just part of it. I think that the video controversy yesterday was, they knew that this was coming out, the Veritas stuff. I think they knew it was going to hit hard, and they wanted to create a quick controversy, and they found one. I mean, this is just going to keep going on until somebody addresses it, and really the only somebody that can address it is Congress and Trump himself. So
I totally agree with you. Do you have any inside baseball? Because I know you rub shoulders with a lot of people. You travel more than I do. Well, but I mean, why Trump hasn't done anything yet, and A, and then B, why Drudge seems to be getting upset with him?
I don't have any inside baseball on Drudge or really what's going on in the White House, as far as that's concerned. I do rub shoulders with a lot of people, and I think everyone is waiting for for Trump to take the reins and really start going after these people. I've talked to several congressmen. I talked to 4 or 5 congressmen probably in the last month about this issue. And I think that they're starting to see how big of a deal this is. And I think that getting the GOP leadership to start recognizing it is going to be an important part of moving forward, because, Trump is going to need the support of Congress when he does this. Otherwise, with all this impeachment stuff that they're trying to do, if he doesn't have the support of the GOP and he doesn't have the support of Congress, anything that he does can be spun into a new way of impeaching him. That can say that it's overreach of power, all those things. And if you have those guys like Mitt Romney in there that are willing to flip on him in just a second, it's going to be bad. I mean, I don't know if you've watched the whole Veritas thing in there, but CNN talks about going after Lindsey Graham because Lindsey Graham hasn't been friendly enough to them. So, I mean, CNN
absolutely. We played the 16 minutes last hour into this hour, and it's just...
They have a hit list. CNN has a hit list, and everybody that's conservative is on it. And if you think that you're safe because you've been friendly to CNN, you are dead wrong. They want Trump gone. They want us all gone. And the gloves are going to come off here because CNN is they're gasping for breath.
Well, that's right. And everything is committed now to get rid of Trump. If they can't get rid of Trump, they fail. And that's why this battle is so close. And that's why people's action and their word of mouth, spreading the word, spreading your articles, your videos, our information, memeworld.com. We're getting to a point where the only place you can find the memes is memeworld.com. The only place you can find the forbidden videos is ban.video. And it's just beyond critical.
I've had probably 20 videos taken down this year for DMCA. And I did want to say, I actually found which video was the last one that they took down. It was a Super Bowl commercial from 2018 that did not have any copyrighted content in it. It was broadcast to, 45 million people during the Super Bowl. And I had not added like a 3-second soundbite at the end that they could have said was copyrighted, but the entire thing was not copyrighted.
Sure, they're using copyright, the EU and all of them say, to destroy free speech. Matt Drudge came here 4 years ago in this studio and warned they were going to use copyright to take things down. He was told by a Supreme Court justice, and that's what they're doing. And for folks that don't know, a commercial is free to air. It's a promotional. It's open for critique. Everyone's always done it. It's one of the most protected things out there. So what you're saying is the fact that you couldn't show an old ad just to show context, shows that they are abusing it.
It was posted in February of 2018. It's almost 2 years old already.
They're going through everything. They're banning everything. Yeah. It's a total war. They want to silence the average American.
And absolutely they do. And you know what? They're doing a good job of it because Twitter does not have a system in place where you can appeal these things. The only way to appeal it is you have to send all of your private information to a third party and request that they rescind their takedown order.
It's like the old Soviet Union.
You have to request from the people that tried to get you. You have to request it from them. And if they say no, there's no recourse. That's it. You have to get a lawyer involved and go sue UMG. Like, I'm going to go sue UMG.
And Carpe Donktum, let's not forget that this is all being done in a climate where the mainstream media is adopting Chinese communist-style censorship and promoting that as if it's a good thing and letting the left run roughshod and tell any lies they want, do anything they want. It's so dangerous. And then now even President Trump had right-side broadcasting that simply shows his speeches banned off Facebook. So if Trump won't stand up for that, he won't stand up for anything. But as you said, it was the pressure put on Twitter that made them put your tweet back up, your account back up. So let's keep doing that. We'll check in with you as this unfolds, memeworld.com, and on Twitter for now. People can also find you there. Thank you, Carpe.
Thank you, man.
Powerful interview. Okay. Listeners, thanks for holding for the last 45 minutes. Since open the phone's up, I'm going to come back and I'm going to go bam, bam, bam to your calls. David and Jefferson and Bob and CRP and everybody else, I'm going bam, bam, bam to your calls when we come back. Briefly, since I mentioned it, here's Bill Maher talking about Joe Biden's stock is quickly depreciating. No kidding. Here it is.
I like Joe. He's never my favorite. But if he's the guy to beat Trump, I was like, let's not kill him, because if he's the one. But I must say, my confidence that he can beat Trump is waning. He looks like a depreciating stock to me. I'm not trying to get Joe out, but we do need someone in the center who's, say, younger and femaler.
Notice he said that Friday, and now, dun, 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 Biden's not raising any money. He's got to go. He can't talk. Facebook said Alex Jones's name is banned. His website's banned. If you use it, you're banned, unless it's a negative attack. And they said the reason was I said Joe Biden couldn't talk. Anybody could watch him and see he's had another stroke. We'll be back. Hour number 4. James O'Keefe, your calls and more.